Welcome to the top of the hour news. In our lead story, scientists have determined that we are living in an alternate universe. We've had our suspicions since the 80s, said the team leader, but these last few years have really clinched it. I mean, the Cubs winning the World Series? Come on. The team is not sure what caused the timeline divergence. It could have been a malevolent wizard or hyper-advanced aliens, but the current favorite theory is a sort of Doc Brown-style time traveler. The team of dimensional analysts say they will continue their investigation into the divergence. No word yet on returning to the original timeline. The scientists say they'll get started on that once they determine which universe is better. On Tuesday, several thousand websites, including MySpace and Travelocity, were brought down when one of the central internet server farms was destroyed by water damage. This terrorist-level event was wrought by a 7-year-old girl named Shania. Shania was armed with a squirt gun during her Bring Your Daughter to Work Day visit, and was somehow granted access to the server room with the aquatic weapon. Yeah, I know it's against protocol, but I just can't say no to that little quivering face when she does her begging look. You just have to obey that face. The security guard then left the interview to fetch some donuts for Shania, as she might be getting hungry. All attempts at interviewing Shania were stymied by the fact that her apparent mind control skills repelled our reporters. Another week of protests and picketing broke out in the city's entertainment district as talks with the Magician's Assistant Union broke down after the previous agreement turned out to be signed in disappearing ink. The assistants have taken over most of 3rd Street, blocking access to a major thoroughfare and costing several theaters thousands of dollars. Unfortunately, the Magicians Guild could not be reached for comment as they had all vanished in the middle of the last round of negotiations. "It's just a stalling tactic," said a union rep. "They'll be back when they get tired of cleaning up rabbit poop. We've got way more patience than those prima donnas." Attempts to break the strike with new assistants were foiled when all the applicants mysteriously caught fire. And in our last story, the country of Kazakhstan has decided to change its name. Feeling the pressure of being surrounded by so many similarly named nations, the ruling government is holding hearings and public polls about the name change. Some dingus, of course, immediately suggested Kazakh Steve, but he was pretty quickly escorted out by security, said a government spokesperson. And frankly, the public polls are mostly giving us stuff along the lines of Bodie McBoatface. But it's important the public feel involved before we just pick something for them. The administration is currently leaning towards Lordran, but wants to make sure that isn't already taken first. This has been Top of the Hour News.